Christ, the ecumenical movement of coexist of the Islamic false Christ, the collapse of society in order to bring in the false Messiah that will mislead many with itching ears. It looks so good, it looks so right, because it's the Hegelian dialectic of the good, false good versus evil. So we open out on this scene, which is an everyday scene at a cafe in this city, European city, and it's just, I mean, this is showing life as we know it before this event occurs, before all of this wider and broader agenda begins. We've got that familiar female figure, which is a reference to Isis, or Ishtar, the mother goddess, and you begin to hear a rumbling sound and sirens, the beginning of chaos. See the cup on the table spills over, the cup of tea. That's the first reference to the cup of filth pouring out, the cup of sin. Because of this sin, the judgment is coming upon the world. So that's the first thing that happens, and things begin to smash, and she begins the birth pangs. We go from an everyday scene to all of this beginning to happen. She gets the birth pangs, and the cup falls from out of her hand. There's the second reference to the outpouring of the cup of sin, the cup of filth. And on the cup there you can see there's actually a tree, so it's that same reference to the falling tree, the breaking through the veil, the tree of good and evil falling down, and this cup overflows again. That same reference to the cup of tea, the cup of tau, the cup of filth. And you can see that directly parallel to that, on the other side of the veil, that you see the smashing glass, the breaking through the firmament, smashing through the veil. And it's directly as a result of that cup of sin, that cup of filth spilling out. So it's like a cradle of filth, and this is actually, as you saw, the AntiChrist, well, the child figure, the sun-child figure, which is Tammuz, Nimrod, the Antichrist, and it's being birthed out of this cradle of filth, directly as a contributing factor to the outpouring of the cup of sin, the increase of sin in the world, which is a belief they have. Sabbatai Zevi, the Frankists, the belief that they need to fill this cup of sin, the increase of sin, this cup of filth in the world, in order to birth their Messiah, what they think is the real Christ, what they believe is the Messiah. But we know that it is the Antichrist, it is not the true Christ. Because these people don't necessarily believe that what they are doing is a false doctrine of the devil, is a doctrine of demons, and that's exactly what it is, the birthing of this new age of Antichrist. The falling cross, like turning the cross upside down, the tree, the cross. And you see that this is kind of a spiritual reference because it's in this shawl, this white shawl here, and you can see that it's that same kind of spirit reference. This is a spiritual thing breaking through the veil. And we go to her on this journey, the cracking through time and space, as all of these like Inception, the Inception movie, where gravity begins to change, the chaos begins, terrorism, war, the collapse of society, ripping the firmament, and like this sun child, you can see even there the reference to the sun directly behind this. It's the sun child, Tammuz, Nimrod. I mean, this has been the goal since the Tower of Babel. This light coming into the darkness, but in a counterfeit way. This is an inversion of Christ. This is a copy of the truth. As always, the pagan sun god. This is what Zeitgeist, this is the one they claim is Jesus, is actually Jesus, but that's the lie. Do you see how you can see that all of this propaganda has been lies from the very beginning? Calling, trying to merge the Babylonian mystery religion and say that this is all that, this is what Jesus was, a pagan sun god. No, this is the pagan sun god, and it is not the real Jesus. It is the IHS Sun King, AntiChrist. So you see that it goes into like bullet time, kind of an anti-gravity thing. Everything being turned upside down. You see through that truck there, the way that tears in the background. You can see that it's like the birthing, the giving birth, the breaking through the veil. Even on the truck you got the red and the blue here, the pushing down of the pillars, which is all the same references of the new age, the dawning of the golden age, the new age of Antichrist. And the choir in the background, you know exactly what this is referencing. And the peaceful music from the chaos, the order out of this chaos. The false peace. The Bible tells us that there's going to be a false peace. But these people don't know, they don't realise that they've been deceived, beguiled by Lucifer into this Luciferian doctrine, which they believe that the true Christ is to come. But we know that the true Christ walked this earth 2,000 years ago. So in effect, this is ISIS and this chaos, bringing this, running through this chaos, the terrorism, the war that's going on in this world, which we're seeing a lot of, the gradual collapse of society, birthing this false peace, this dawning of the new age. Isis and the Horus sun child, weeping for Tammuz. You see the reference there, in her eye. You see the tear beginning to form in her eye, weeping for Tammuz. And she overcomes this chaos. In their false doctrine, this would be referred to as overcoming the serpent, overcoming time, cracking through time and space. The woman running through, and also the dawning of this apostate religion of uniting the world under this false Christ, the ecumenical movement of coexist, of the Islamic false Christ, of the Catholic IHS false Christ, of merging everyone into this one world of unity, the light coming into the darkness and into the chaos. A male child is born, Tammuz Nimrod. Their whole belief system is centered around this. And you see these quick flashes as these birth pangs come to a head. These quick flashes, you'll see the single eye reference as per usual, you know exactly where this is coming from. This is Illuminati, Kabbalistic propaganda, Saturnalian, the son of Saturn. Just that familiar single eye, which we're all pretty used to seeing them using now, in this demonic deception. And she's delivered this baby from the heart of the earth, the worthless shepherd, the one-eyed shepherd. They're even referencing the one eye on the baby there. The mother goddess, birthing Nimrod from the heart of the earth. And are we not seeing this all over the world, repeatedly, seemingly increasingly all over the world, that this same agenda is being shown, the gradual breakdown of society, order out of chaos? Because of the increase in wickedness, the love of many shall grow cold. The CERN agenda, the tree falling down, the new age of AntiChrist. Changing times and laws. The apostate Babylonian new age religion being birthed into the earth. This is exactly what I was saying in the last video, the collapse of society in order to bring in the false Messiah that will mislead many with itching ears. It looks so good, it looks so right, because it's the Hegelian dialectic of the good, false good versus evil. But it's all a deception. And it will mislead many.